All right, this is MTG Buddha back. I'm going to do another quick draft. Hopefully, you've been enjoying this quick draft format, Dominaria United. It's pretty fun. I like Dominaria United. It's been a really fun quick draft set. So we'll probably take this binding. It's just a really good card. Let's see. This card's really good as well. Um, yeah, I think the binding is what we take here. It's probably the best thing to be taking in the pack. This is a good card. I don't want to take it early because it kind of puts you in wanting to be green and white and having to be domain. The ley line is a domain card, but you can play it in whatever combination you play. Because if you most of the time you're going to have three colors in this set, so you'll get a discount of three. So it's going to be 3 mana most of the time at flash to get rid of something. So we'll take the ley line. Let's see. So this card is a pretty good card. We also have this, which is really good. Um, I'm tempted to take Rada. I really enjoy the red green in this format. Um, this is really good if you wind up in defenders. If you don't have defenders, this isn't really worth playing. I think this is just a better payoff. Because I mean, defenders is a really hard thing to draft. You have to get all the defenders, and you have to. It's not a good. It's not the best thing to draft. It is possible. It's doable. I've done it, but it is not the easiest. I think we're going to go with Rada. Um, that's who we're going to take here. I'm going to take Rada. All right. So in this pack, I'm tempted to just go ahead and take the Maria Outrider. But that being said, I'm also tempted to just go ahead and take a dual land because we so far we have two creatures who are domain. This is another domain creature, but I think we just go ahead and take the lands at this point. I'm just going to take lands if they come around. All right, so now it becomes a question of do I want blue green, do I want green white, or do I want red white? Um, I think I take probably the red white or the green white here instead of the blue because I know I want to play this. So um, we're definitely going to want white. Um, the red is probably going to be the harder one to find that'll fit into my deck. Let's see. So, tell you what, I think we'll take the red white land. All right. So we don't have any of those lands, but we do have Joda's Codex, which is really good if you wind up in domain. Um, I want to try to stay a base of two colors. So whether it's green white or red green, I want to try to stay base two colors. I don't want to go heavy domain. Um, but I think probably the mana worker is probably the best thing to take in this pack. Okay, so this card is really good. This card is good. I think we're going to take this. We want the domain payoff over the other one. Okay, so now we could take a green white. We took a red white while ago. We could take this green white. I think we take the green white here. Okay, and we take this instead of the land in that case. Let's see here. Probably take this monstrosity. This is a good card as well, but the monstrosity having trample, it's been handy to have cards that already have trample on them. We'll take this guy. We'll take that and put it in the sideboard. Probably not going to wind up being played, but we'll take the thrill possibilities to the sideboard. Take another monstrosity. I doubt we'll play two of them, but all right, let's see what we get in pack two. All right, so we have a rare dual land, but it's not one of the dual lands that gives us domain. So let's look and see what we've got here. This is a pretty good one. Um, let's see. Do I take this or do I take the damage spell? I think I might take the damage spell here. Currently, we have 6 creatures. We only have one non-creature spell. which is the ley line. So I think we take this. We've got a lot of red already. Let's see, this one right here. This is a good card, but I don't know as though I necessarily want that card in this deck. Because it's a creature with different power. So it'd have to be things that have different power levels. Yeah, I don't know as though that's necessarily going to be the best thing for our deck. I think possibly taking this guy might be the best thing in this pack that would fit our deck. Yeah, we're going to take this guy. Okay, so this is a decent card. I like this card, and I like this card. I like having this card with this card. We're going to take this because this has actually won me some games. There's another one of it, but we're going to take the Territorial Morrow instead. We want to have the Morrow if we're doing domain things, and we want the Vine Shepherd Prodigy. Right now, we don't have any blue in our dual land colors, so we'll have to try to find some dual lands that have blue in them, hopefully. We didn't find that, but we did find this, which will let us go and get lands, or a land. Let's see, I think we'll probably take this guy, because probably going to stick base red-green. So we'll take another Prodigy. We're not getting dual lands here, which is kind of sad. I would have really liked to have seen some dual lands coming around through here, but at this point, none of those are probably going to make the deck. Probably not playing two of those. We might actually play two of those. All right, hopefully pack 3 we can find a few dual lands. All right, so this is probably going to be what we take here. It's just a really good card. I think we take that. All right, so here I think we take the blue-white land as opposed to the green-white because we don't have any way to make blue currently in our duels. So I think we take the blue-white land. All right, so here is a red-green. I mean a black-green, not red-green. I'm looking at this while I'm saying red. Root wall is good. We already have a black-green. And we don't have any way that we're actually using black in our kickers or anything right now. So I'm not worried about taking another black green at this point. I'd rather take a spell that's going to be good for my deck. Currently, we have several 2-drops already. Let's see, top end of our curve is pretty decent. All right, so we could take the Root Walla, or we could take this, this, or this. These 3 are all good spells. But I think what I want to do is take the Root Walla. It's just a good domain payoff. This card is really good as well, but currently we're not running a lot of instants or sorceries. We're running 2 instants, 2 sorceries. Let's see. Let's look and see what we got. Instants and sorceries. These are our 2 sorceries, which let us go get lands. One of our instants is this, and the other one is this one. So don't know as though we're necessarily on the Twin Inferno plan. We have 12 creatures already. Let's see, and we do have 1, 2, 3, 4 2-drop creatures. I think we'll just take this one. Twin Inferno is liable to come back around. Really tempted to take this blue-white land here, but this card is really good. This card has overperformed for me so much that I think I'm just going to take it. All right, so now, do I take another Root Walla? Do I take another Mana Worker? Or do I take the Get To Amplifier? I don't think I take the Amplifier because I'm not doing a lot of instants and sorceries, and it's best in blue-red. I don't think I take this guy because I'm only going to have one way to make black in my deck currently. Don't know if I want another Mana Worker at this point. I think we take the Root Walla. Alright, so we did not get a dual land again, so we keep missing on dual lands. I think we take this just to kind of give us a way to deal with flying creatures because we don't have a lot of reach. We'll probably take this at this point. Give us another way to make mana. All right, we'll take this. This fits our deck. Um, so the question is, do we take this or do we take Smash to Smithereens? I don't know as though I necessarily play this, even if I get it. I don't know as though I play Smash to Smithereens either. So I don't know which one I should take, honestly. I think we'll just take this. It's probably not going to make the cut, but this is an interesting card. We'll take it. It's probably, well, this is actually pretty decent, but I don't have a lot of ways to do damage with evasion. So I don't know as though I take this. It's probably wouldn't make the cut anyway. Neither one of them's probably going to make the cut, but we'll take. All right, we'll take the Twin Inferno. I doubt we'll play two of them, but we'll take it just in case. We'll take the call, take that, and we'll take that. All right. So I'll have to go through and see exactly what we're going to play. I would have liked to got a few more dual lands, but we didn't see very many of them. So we're definitely playing this guy. We're definitely playing that. We're playing both of those and one of the monstrosities for sure. We're playing the Beast Caller. Play that. Play one of those for sure. Both of the Prodigies because they're just too good not to play. Play that. Play one of those and the Morrow. Creature wise, we play Rada and we play this. So currently we have, let's see what our creature count is. We are currently at 15 creatures, which is a pretty good spot to be in for creatures. We do want Mana Worker though, so that'll give us 16. Have this, we play all of our duels that we took. So let's see. Now we want to play both of these so we can go find lands. We want to play this. We want to play one of the Twin Infernos, I think. We want to play this. That puts us at 38. Do we play the second Twin Inferno? I think we play the second Twin Inferno. We do have this guy which has trample. We could play the second one. Let's see what that makes our curve look like. All right, so that would make our curve look like this. So this is 8, this is 6. Okay, so let's look at our creatures, spells, creature. All right. Okay, and then we'll look at, let's see, let's put our domain creatures separated out. All of our domain things separated, so that way we know how much stuff we have that worries about domain. That worries about domain. All right, so those are the things we have that worry about domain right here. This is the non-creature, and these don't worry about domain, but we could potentially like do this with this, copying it to go get 2 more lands, to go get 2 lands instead of, you know, 1. We could also copy this to do 4 damage to 2 things, or if we pay the kicker, if it's later in the game, 6 mana, do 4 damage to 2 things and gain 8 life. I mean, that's good. Also, giving double strike is really good. I would have liked to have had the saga that lets you go get a land and then makes a saproling and then gives a creature +X where, and trample where X is your domain. Would have liked to have had that. Let's see. So we have ways to make all of the colors in our duels. We're based red green. We have 1, 2, 3 ways to make blue. We have 1, 2, 3. 3 spells that want blue. We have 2, 3, 4. 2, 3, 4. 4 spells that want white. Yeah, so we need a white source or 2 in the deck. Let's see. What does our numbers look like? We're at 10 and 12. So we have 12 forests. All right, so I think we go here and we get a planes and put in. What does that have me at 41? 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. Oh, yeah, we take that. I don't know why that put that in there. We just want the planes. So that gives us that. So that puts us at 17 lands. Um, question is, do we put a swamp in just for domain purposes? Because this is the only way we have to make black. We don't have anything that wants black though. But it is nice to have full domain with this, because if you have this and you have full domain, you get to draw the card as opposed to just putting it on top. So I think, let's see, early. Most of our red is later. I'll tell you what, we're going to take, we have one, so we have 1, 2, 7. So we have 7 ways to make green, not counting this. We're not going to count this as a way. So we have 2 dual lands that make green, plus we have this. So it's 7. We have 1, so 6 ways to make red. Tell you what, I think we could take one of these out and get a black land. Take those out because they don't. I don't know why I put those in, but I think we try that maybe. So we're what took my white land out. I want a white land. All right, so I think we go. Let's go down one of those. Yeah, I think we try it like this because I want to be able to try to find all of the colors with this if I need to, so that way I can have full domain with this guy. So I think we try this. I don't know how well it's going to work, but we'll see. I feel like it should. It's missing a couple things that I would like to have to make the deck really sing, but I think it should be able to get 3 to 4 wins easy enough as long as we don't get land screwed and have bad hands and our opponent has like the nuts to draw and just like kills us. But I think it's a decent enough. All right, so we have access to black, green, red, white. We don't have any early creatures. Our opponent is going first, and he has kept. We got 2 turns in a row. We're going to be playing tap lands, so I mean, it's going. We got 3 turns to draw before we really need to find. Okay, so we have this. So I think we probably just play it on turn 2 if we don't draw anything. Actually, I think we're going to draw. We're just going to play this guy, play this land. Next turn, play the other tap land, and then cast this. And then next turn, we'll have access to do this. Okay, yeah, because if we had played it and he had had a land, he could have kicked it, and yeah, that would have sucked. All right, so I think we play this guy out and pass. So he's missing land. Okay, he hit his 3rd land that time, so he must have just drawn it. He's going to cut down my guy. I unfortunately have no way to get creatures back from my graveyard. I'm taking 5 damage there. All right, so we're going to play this land, and we're going to play our 2/5, which is out of cut down range. And is capable of blocking this guy, but he's going to arrest it, of course. This is the kind of thing I was afraid of. If we ran up against a deck that was like, oh, I have all the answers for everything you're going to do. So, play this. We have 4. Or do we have full domain? Yeah, we have full domain. So we hit him for 5. Next turn, we get to hit him for 5 again, along with having another 4/4. He attacks for 2. All right, so the question becomes, do I play this and hit him with another? Or do I play this and this so that I have multiple creatures on the battlefield? Yeah, I think I play this and this just to have extra creatures on the battlefield. Because I do want to be able to block this if I need to. He doesn't have enough mana, and he's not going to have enough mana to do this ability. He has no clerics. Okay, so he just passed. All right. So now I think what I do is play Rada, and then I have access to this. What did he take? He took that. So I think I just play Rada. Yeah, I think we just play Rada. And then we pass. We have access to this because we have full domain, so we can cast it for just one. So if he does something that's problematic for us, we can get rid of something. Now the question is, do I do this now while I have the mana? Because I probably play this next turn, depending on what I draw. And I want to get something off the battlefield if I can. Let's see, this, what does it do? Okay, so he's going to need to sacrifice another cleric. So he doesn't have any other clerics right now. I think we're just going to go ahead and get this off the battlefield. This currently is the most problematic thing he has because it's menace and he can pump it. And I think it's the best thing I can do right now. Okay, so I don't think we attack here unless I attack with this and enlist this. But I don't have a way to give it trample or anything. I think I'd rather just play this because I do have full domain, which means I will be able to draw whatever I keep on top of my deck. So I think that that is probably the best thing for me to do, is just play that card. So he drew a fourth land, so he now has, he's starting to hit some lands. I'm stuck on 5 for a few turns, and he's been stuck on 3, so we're both kind of stuck on lands a little bit. But luckily, I've had spells I could cast and kind of gum up the board a little bit. So the question is, does he have something he can cast in hand that's going to affect the board? Or is he just holding like 5 or 6 mana spells that he can't play? Okay, he had Captain's Call. So he's got a lot of creatures. So we're going to start by just attacking with this. We're not going to attack with this. We're just going to attack for 2. Hitting for 2. We get to look at the top 5. I think I keep the Vine Shaper Prodigy and draw it. And then I cast the Vine Shaper Prodigy with Kicker. Okay, so the question is, do I take another Vine Shaper Prodigy? Or do I take the Trample guy? What is the biggest thing? I have 4. So this would get a discount of 4. Um, you know, there are 2 of these in the deck. I think I take the other Vine Shaper Prodigy, maybe. Yeah, I think I take the other Vine Shaper Prodigy. This next turn, I can play it and kick it again after I attack and get to draw something. Okay, so he kills my big guy, which that's okay. I'd rather him kill that than kill this, because this is the card that's going to get me there. All right, so we are going to block, block, getting a couple of his creatures off the board. All right, so we hit a land. So we're going to go to combat, attack with this. I think I have to take this because it's going to gain me 4 life. Oh, and I have the mana. Yes, this is going to be so good. Is this instant? Yes, it is instant. Okay, so we can do this. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to do anything this turn. I'm just going to pass turn. And then next turn, on his turn, I'm going to cast this with Kicker and then cast Twin Inferno to duplicate it with Kicker, doing 8 damage and gaining 8 life. All right, so I assume he attacks with all. All right, he he does have double white. So we're going to pass, and I'm going to block and block. So we're going to see if he casts Captain's Call, which is what I expect him to cast. He does not. Okay. So do I go ahead and do this or wait? Yeah, no, we're not going to do it. We're just going to take the 4. All right, so he plays the Cavalier. Okay. Gets a 1/1. Okay. All right, so I'm going to do this. Let's see. Oh, cancel. I want to tap my mana correctly. So we're going to go white, red. All right, so we've got this with kicker. So we're going to kick this. Actually, cancel. We're not going to do that. So I'll do. All right, we need to cast this first. So let's go red, blue. Casting this. So the next instant or sorcery you cast, we'll do that. Okay, make sure we do this right. All right, so white, red. Make sure we have the mana right. Okay, so we're going to kick this. We'll do 4 here. We'll do 4 here. Oh, it's okay. So it's got to be creatures and/or planeswalkers. Okay, 4 there, 4 there. Gain 8. Okay, so move to combat. Attack. Okay. All right. So we got that. Yeah. So the Twin Inferno with the Battle Hymn. That was the winning play right there. Yeah, I actually really like that Twin Inferno card. At first, I just kind of was like, yeah, it's whatever. But like the couple times I've actually got it and played it, it has been superb. It has won me a number of games. That's the first time I've actually used it to copy an instant or sorcery. I've always used it for double strike because I've always gotten either a creature with trample along with Rada or with the saga that gives +X/+X, and used that to just like plow people out. All right, so we're gonna keep this. We have 3 mana, and we have this for turn 3 to go get the 4th land, so that we can make sure to be able to play this on turn 4. So yeah, I say we keep this. All right, we'll play a tap land. And then I think we play the blue land. Doesn't really matter on turn 2. Well, we'll play the other tap land since we drew a tap land. All right, so he plays the wall to go find the land, which this isn't going to be able to actually attack or anything, so I'm not worried about that. So we're going to play this, and we're going to cast this. And we are going to go get, let's get red, because we don't have access to red. And that's one of the colors that we're going to want. We already have our blue and our green, so we're good with this. Okay, so I think we just play this and we cast this chick. I think next turn what we do is play this to make the 2/1/1s and get black so that we have access to all of our colors because we have blue, white, red, and green right now. So we need the black, and then we can draw cards off of this, assuming he doesn't kill it. Yeah, because we can cast this with kicker next turn. Yeah, okay. So we cast this with kicker. We're going to go get the black land. So we now have full domain. We'll play this land out. Attack with this. And we get to look at the top and we get to take a card. So do I take Vine Shaper Prodigy or Twin Inferno? We have 2 Twin Infernos in deck, so we can find those again easy enough. Vine Shaper Prodigy will help me to fix my next turn, even if they do kill off my flying guy. I can still go find an extra card next turn. So it's still a card advantage, so I think we take it. And of course, we have this that we can cast next turn to get rid of this if we need to. So what, we're just going to double block here. If he wants to spend his turn pumping his mana into this, which he only has option to do it once, yeah, I think we do that. If he wants to cast some kind of trick to save his 2/2, then that's fine. Okay, so he plays the Outrider. So we will play this before we attack next turn. All right, so let's start out by playing this. Let's kick it. Let's go red, white. What else is in our hand? We've got red, and let's do a green. So we will cast this with kicker, 4 damage, and we gain 4 life. All right, and then we play another land out, right? So we have blue, we have green. Yeah, we'll go ahead and play that. We'll attack, and we get another card. So we are going to take. So do we take Rada or do we take? I think we take Rada over a Molten Monstrosity. I think we just take Rada and then we cast this with kicker. Yeah, I think we cast this with kicker. Just use our mana wisely. And then I think we take this guy. Yeah, we take the 4/4 that's going to do 5 damage to him. So the question is, do I block here? Um, let's see, he's got 1 white, so he can pump it 1 time to make it 4. I don't think I block. I think I just take it. If he wants to pump it, that's fine. All right, he cast Dominiaria's Outrider. Okay, so we are going to cast our own Maria's Outrider. Doing 5 to him. We'll play a land and we'll play a mana worker. And then we're going to say no turn, no attacks. Yeah, I think I have another one of these in the deck too, don't I? Yeah, I have another one of those in the deck. I don't know if I know where anything is in my deck. Okay. These are the only 2 things I know where they are. So what is his domain currently? He has full domain as well. So now, question is, do I cast this with kicker? I think I do to try to find an answer for this guy. Because I would like to find the binding to put on this guy is what I'd like to find. So we're going to go green, blue. We don't have anything that uses black. We want to make sure to keep white, which we have plenty of white. So I think we take just the base white. And we cast this with kicker. All right, let's hope we find the binding. And we did. So we will take the binding. Then we will cast the binding, targeting his 4/4. Then we will go to combat. We will attack with this. Then we'll get another card. So I think here we take the Morrow. We don't have the mana to play the Morrow, but I think we play. I think we play this one. Just kind of get our presence on board a little bit more, and then he concedes. All right. So yeah. So the being able to find cards with this and with the Vine Shapers worked out really good there. So it's a little bit of a slower starting hand, but it worked out. All right, let's go for win 3. Yeah, I definitely think putting the 1 black or 1 white and so forth was the right move to be able to try to get full domain so that I can draw the cards with my flying guy. I can never his name I can never remember. And you'd think I would remember it because I really like that card. I think that card's really good. I draft it pretty much every time I see it. So let's see. So here we have dual land. We have this to make any color we need. Have this go find land. We have this for turn 2 if we want to. Yeah, I think we keep it. If we draw a better turn 2 play, then we'll, or if we draw a tap land, we'll play the tap land on turn 2 instead of this. We didn't draw a tap land, but what we will do is scry. We'll keep the binding so we can draw it next turn because we're going to go get a land. And then we'll cast this using this to make the mana. And there's no reason to attack. It's just going to block with this 1/1. So next turn we can play a land. We'll play the red land, and we will go ahead and get another land out of the deck for this. So we've got red, green, white. We need blue to be able to kick the Vine Shepherd Prodigy next turn. So I think we take the blue and we pass. I would have liked to got the black there because that's the one that's hardest for us to get. Okay, so now the question becomes, do I do this with kicker or do I do this? I tell you what, I think I attack first to see if he blocks. Okay, that's fine. So I think, do I cast the Morrow? I have a feeling he's probably got Essence Scatter. So the question is, which one would I rather have Essence Scatter? This or this? I think this is what I would rather have Essence Scatter. So I think we're going to cast this with Kicker. Because if he's going to Essence Scatter, he's going to Essence Scatter that with Kicker. Okay, so yeah. Because, I mean, normally just a 2/2, you're not going to Essence Scatter, but the fact that it's a 2/2 that goes and gets something else. Okay, so that's a great card. We'll take that. Yeah, if he had Essence Scatter there, he totally would have used it on that to keep me from getting card advantage. Because I'm already ahead on lands. It looks like he's short on lands, or he would have probably already played a land by now. He's got a defender. So the question is, next turn, do I play this or get this out? I think I get this out next turn. I'm okay with him bouncing that. It means I get to draw another card. All right, he's tapped out. So while he's tapped out, we'll play this and just get it on the battlefield. So that way he doesn't have an Essence Scatter. And this will find me another card, so I'm okay with him bouncing it. So we're going to play our land for turn. We're going to move to combat, let him try to tap this down. Okay, so he taps that down. We'll attack for 1. And then the question is, do I cast this here? Or do I cast this and hold this up? I think I cast this and hold up the Leyline Binding. Yeah, that's what I do. Okay, so let's see what he targets. Does he target my Morrow? Because I can do this to get rid of that if I want to. Okay, well that was annoying. He went straight to the end. Okay. All right, well let's start by attacking. Yeah, even if I had done that, it still would have taken all my creatures away. So there was no reason to do it until. All right, so I think we take this guy. And I think we'll go ahead and cast this just to get on board. We have nothing else we're going to do this turn. We've got him down to 15. We can attack for 7 next turn, which will take him to 8. And I play this, do 4 to him. Let's see, if I draw a land, I can bind this and play this to do 4. Yeah. So I think we do Leyline Binding. He only has 1 mana. So he's going to make it hexproof. Tell you what, I think, let's see, what's in his graveyard? Doesn't have any creatures I'm worried about doing this on. I think I just go ahead and do this to keep him from being able to do that. We don't want it to be hexproof. He has nothing for me to target with that, so then we just get in and do the damage there. Then next turn we get to do 4 damage to him at least with this, and then we have 7 damage going across on creatures. So he only has 1 blocker right now, 2 blockers, but still. Okay, so we are going to move to combat, attack. So So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3. So we'll do 3. We do this, he goes to. Okay, so do I want to give. I can't give anything double strike and cast this guy. I think I let this just happen like this. It's fine, and then I cast this. He goes to 1. I have 5 attackers. He currently has 2 blockers. He has no way to cast this right now. If he taps those, he doesn't get to. Okay, so what are you going to do? He's getting 3 blockers. Just going to give him enough blockers to block all of my things, unless I find a way to get rid of one of them. Okay, and I didn't. So we're going to move to combat. We're going to attack with all of them. He's going to get 1 more turn. Yeah, and I don't think we bother giving anything double strike. I think we just do this. I think we cast this. Then I think we pass turn. All right, and he concedes. All right. So yeah, that worked out pretty good. All right, let's go to the next game, see what happens. We're 3-0 currently, I believe. Yep. Let's go for win number 4. This deck's playing out pretty good so far. Yeah, I think having the base of 2 colors and then splashing off of that, if you have good domain payouts or good ways to do kicker payouts, is the best thing to do. Try to take like your really good, like your best cards first. So like round pick 3, I start taking dual lands that kind of fit my color scheme, I think, and then kind of go from there. There's plenty of good creatures and spells that you're going to get good creatures and spells. You take the very best ones early. So the question becomes here, do I play this on turn 1 or do I play this on turn 1? I think I do just get out. Since I'm going first, I think I do. I don't have anything for turn 2 anyway. So I think I just do this and get on board and hit him for 1 to start. Let him know what we're all about. We're about aggressiveness. All right. So we play this land. Attack. All right. So he doesn't have anything. So we're going to attack to start and see if he has anything. Nope. So we'll cast Beast Caller. All right. So we need to draw a land. All right. He goes and gets a land, which means he has no creature for this turn. So I'm going to get at least 3 damage in. Okay. So I did hit a land. So yeah, we attack. I could have given something double strike, but I can't actually cast anything in my hand currently. I have 1, 2, 3 for my domain. He's going to make a bunch of 1/1s. All right, so my turn. All right, I drew a land. Good. So we are going to cast this guy first, I believe. Yeah, we'll cast this. Getting a counter on this, doing 4 damage to him. And then I think we just pass. Because if we attack, he's just going to block this. And then next turn, we can cast this or this. So, okay. So next turn, this turn, I think we cast this and we leave a red. Let's go. Oh no, we have to do a red, don't we? Yeah, I think we cast that. Triggering, and then I think we pass. And then next turn I attack and potentially give this double strike, depending on how he blocks. We'll see what he has this turn. He doesn't have double black right now, so there's some kill spells he can't have. Okay. Oh, and I have this. I can. That's pretty cool. All right. So I say we attack with this, and we see what he does. He's going to block. Okay, he's debating how to block. All right, so we are going to double strike. Let's go double strike. Takes him to 4. All right. Captain's Call. He gets a bunch of 1/1s. All right, so let's move. Okay, so the question is, do I go on and go to combat and try to double strike him? So he gets 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. Yeah, I think we do. I think we go attack, attack, attack. We attack all out and see what he's going to do here. Puts that there, that there. All right, so we are going to cast Twin Inferno, giving this double strike, which will get her off the board. I'm gonna lose this guy. I'm gonna lose everything but this, but I get her off the board, and then next turn I can start building up again. Oh, and he's gonna gain 5 life. Okay, that's okay. I'm gonna have an 8/8 to go with. And then I can cast this next turn, and the next turn attack with it, enlisting this. If he kills it, then he just dies, because I can shoot it with this. Yeah, that's the plan. Hopefully he doesn't have a way to kill this. Let's see. So if I cast this, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I tell you what we're going to do. We're going to red, white. We'll kicker this first. See what we find. All right, we'll take, how big is this stuff? Okay. I think we take this, and then we cast this guy. Get another counter on this, and then we pass turn. So next turn we enlist this guy, attack with him, and if they block, then if they kill him, they take the damage straight to the face. We'll enlist our Morrow, or enlist this guy. We'll enlist this guy, making him 8. And then if they kill him, we do 8 to the face. This card right here just makes it so hard on the opponent. If it survives, and then you can attack with it, and enlist to give it any, any good amount. I'm just going to bring that back, but you can't cast this turn. So he'll attack for 5. That's fine. I don't know if he's actually realized the play with this, because this is just a stupid card. So we'll move to combat, because I honestly do not care if he kills this. If he kills it, he's just dead. So I honestly don't care if he kills it. If whatever he blocks it with, if he blocks it with something that kills it, I'm perfectly fine with that. Okay, so here's what I'm going to do. I am going to kill it myself. We're going to cast this with Kicker. Yes, I'm targeting my own creature. He didn't block it with something that will kill it. So I'm going to kill it so that I can do 8 to the face. Because this does damage equal to its power to any target. Okay, and he concedes. All right. He figured he was going to block with his 2/3 life linker, not kill it, not take the damage, and gain 2 life. Yeah. No, we weren't letting that happen. We were just going to, we'll kill it ourselves. That's fine. Before he gains the life. All right, let's go for win number 5. All right, we are currently 4-0. Yeah, these games have actually gone pretty quick so far. Yeah, we played the dual land, or we go, opponent goes first. So depending on what he does, if we play this first or not. So we'll see. Okay, so I think, yeah, he doesn't have anything, so I think we go ahead and get this out and get on the offensive. And then we play the tap land next turn. And we're going to have access to our black, which is the hardest one for us to get because we only have two sources for it. So then I think we don't even bother attacking here. The next turn we can attack if this is all he has out. Okay, so he has another. So he's on the defender plan. All right. So we are going to play our Greenland. I don't think we bother attacking because if we did, he's just going to block it and kill it. Um, we need white mana, which we don't have right now, so that we can cast this. If nothing else, in 2 turns we can cast this and do 3 to him because we currently have 3 domain. But hopefully by the time we get to there, we'll have 4 or 5 domain. So okay, so that is not a white. Let's see, yeah. So we play this. Um, his domain is currently 2. Yeah, I think we just pass. We don't do anything. Yeah, so this hand is kind of slowed down for us. Yeah, if we get the white, this is what we're taking out, so that way we don't lose a life. Okay, so he cannot activate this turn. So I think what we do is try to just get this off the board. We'll block, see if he has any effects, and we'll go to before damage. We'll give this double strike because we have nothing else we can do other than just giving him +2. So we trade those out, get this. We'll cast this guy. Where do we cast this? We only have 3 domain right now. If he's going to kill something, I'd rather him kill this, honestly. Yeah, if he has the 4 mana kill spell, Extinguish the Light, I would rather him kill this than kill this. So we're gonna play this out first and have it be his target that he wants to take care of. Okay, so he didn't have Extinguish the Light. All right, so we are now going to next turn have access to our white mana. And I think at this point, I think it's right to go ahead and just play this guy. Question is, do we attack? I don't think we do. Let's see, so we could, yeah, we can only play one spell. So we played this turn. Next turn we can play both of these, or we can play this and this next turn. Or actually, we can play all of them next turn because we now have an 8/8, assuming he doesn't kill my 8/8. Yeah, so next turn we could play this for 1, and that for 2, and that for 2. So, because if he doesn't play anything this turn, he's probably going to be on the plan to do this. This right here doesn't really do anything except for have power equal to the highest toughness. So he's doing that on his turn. That doesn't make a lot of sense. I don't know why you do that on your turn. All right. So I'll tell you what, we are going, he has 1 green. His domain is currently 1 red, blue, black, green. So he has 4 domain. So if he has the 1 green mana spell that gives +4/+4, he'd be able to kill this. I don't think we attack. I think what we do is hold back. We cast this. And we cast this for 1. And then we cast this and just kind of get our board out there. Get our board big. I'm not too worried about this right now. We can take care of it next turn. Or if I attack next turn and he casts a spell to like pump one of his creatures to kill mine or something, I can Leyline Binding to get rid of the creature that he's trying to do that to. So he's going to sack that and left draw card. Okay. If I draw another Twinferno, giving this double strike would be awesome. And look at that. We got exactly what I wanted. Tell you what, we are just going to go all in and attack with everything at this point. He doesn't have any green mana open. The only spell that I'm worried about him potentially having is the Lifelink Death Touch Indestructible. Or is it just Death Touch and Indestructible? Either way, it's one of the others. Some combination of those. We're just going to attack all out and see what he does. Because I have answers for anything he does. Because I can do this. I can, let's see, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So I could give this +4/+4 and still have Leyline Binding. And Twin Inferno available. So he's probably going to activate this. So I tell you what, we're going to 1, 2, 3, 4, activate this ability. Gets +4/+4. So our domain is 4. So he's going to sacrifice that to gain a life and draw a card, and that's fine. And we're going to get this off the board. All right. And I think we just passed turn, actually. I mean, I actually could have killed him there, couldn't I? Yeah. If I double strike one of the creatures he didn't block, I would have just killed him there, but I think we're going to kill him anyway. I don't think we have a lot to worry about. Yeah, that's fine, because he can't even use it next turn. That's fine. All right, and what we're going to do is bind that while we have the mana. Let's take care of that. All right, and he concedes. All right, so we got there. All right, so that's win number 5, I believe. I think we're 5-0. Let's see. Yeah, currently we are 5-0. So let's go for win number 6. Let's see if we can go 7-0. That'd be nice. Yeah, Twin Inferno is actually really good. I'm getting a lot higher on that card than I was. Like early on, I was like, it's another one of those copy spells. Let's see. Yeah, I think we keep this because I mean, if we need to, we can play this or probably play this on turn 3. But he goes first. Yeah, this is probably the first thing we play, I guess. So play our tap land. Play another tap land. Then it becomes a question of do I play the red land or the white land? Probably play the red land. Let's go ahead and play the red land. So I think we'll go ahead and play this guy out. Use our mana wisely. Let's see if he has an answer for this. If he wants to attack me for 2, I'm fine with that. I can take the 2. Okay, he's going to put a counter on this. So he's going to attack me for 3. I'd like to have blue mana so that I could kick this. Alright, he's going to tail swipe. So when that takes damage, dies, I can do 1. It's not going to kill that, so we'll just do the 1 to him. Since we can't kill it anyway. Okay, so I think what I actually do here is pass turn and probably Leyline Binding this. Because I can't kick this. I can't really do anything with this. You know what? I tell you what, we're going to just get this on the battlefield. Yeah, we're just going to get a 2/2 out on the battlefield. Get a creature out. I then at least have a target for Twin Inferno to give double strike. If I draw a land, I can play this guy next turn, or this guy. Play this guy. Attacks for 3. So I take the 3. Okay, that's what we're going to be getting rid of. My turn. Yep. We're just going to go ahead and do this. We don't want to deal with that guy. Let's say no attacks. And hopefully I draw a land next turn so that I can play this, and I can have a blocker for his 3/2. Yeah, getting rid of that, that's an annoying card. Getting to play a land from your graveyard or cast a permanent spell with mana value 3 or less from your graveyard. And then when it is put into the graveyard from the battlefield, exile it and gain 2 life. Yeah, that's too much. Alright, so I think yes, I go ahead and block. If he has a spell, I'll make him use it. He does. If I hadn't, I would have taken 2 more damage there. We're gonna probably wind up losing this game, but I think we bottom that because we're gonna want lands. Play this. He takes damage. We now have a blocker. Hopefully he doesn't have another combat trick. He does. He's going to get rid of that. And then I'm going to take 5 damage. Yeah, we're taking 5. Unless I draw the other one, yeah, I have no way to survive this. So we're just going to concede. Yeah, the flying creature is what's going to get me. Yep. All right, so we lost that game. It's the first one we lost. So we're at 5-1. He got off to a quick start. We got off to a slow start, and he had a flying creature that we just couldn't take care of. If I'd kept the reach creature on top, I might could have made a go of it, but him being able to exile my flying creature, that kind of hurt. Or my reach creature, not flying. My creature that will block flying. So we got 5 wins already. Let's see if we can get win number 6 here. I'd like to get 7. That'd be nice. Go 7-1 would be a good way to go. Since I can't go 7-0 at this point, going 7-1 would be nice. Okay, so yeah, I think we keep it. We'll play this turn 2, this turn 3, this gets a counter. Yeah. We're on the play, so we play this. We just need a blue land to be able to play the other guy. Play this turn 2. Hopefully he doesn't have a way to kill it. Okay, it's not a way to kill it. Good. So we'll play this, and we'll play this guy. This gets a counter, and then I think we just go ahead and attack with it. Because, I mean, his guy's not going to block it and kill it. Alright, and then next turn we can play a land. Ideally, I would get my blue land that's untapped. That would be nice. But the odds of that are not very high. Alright, so he's going to gain a life. He gets to scry. I don't think I block it because I don't want to lose my ward creature. Because if he doesn't have a follow-up, we're getting in for at least 6 next turn. He does have a follow-up. Okay. So, what I think I do. So the question is, do I play this and then give my creature double strike that he doesn't block? Yeah, I think I play this. Get in a counter here. Moving to combat. Just attacking with both of these. And then if he blocks the 3/2, I give it double strike. So that I get his guy off the board. It's the best use of my mana for the turn. I could have done this and used all my mana for the turn, but I get another counter on this. I get rid of his other creature that I'm more worried about, and so forth. So we'll see if he attacks this turn. just to try to gain life. Okay, he's gonna make a bunch of 1/1s. Okay, that's fine. All right, so I think what I do. Question becomes: do I attack with this and then list it? I think I do. I think I attack with this, enlisting this, and then hope that I can get it to survive. Okay, so it's not going to survive. So question becomes: do I have 4 power, so this I can still cast this. Yeah, I don't think I bother with saving it. I think I just let that happen, and then I cast this for 4. So I have a trample creature for next turn, and this gets another counter. So if they do kill this, I get to move the counters. So I get to put 3 counters on probably the trample creature. Would be the best place to put them. All right, so he's got that. So I will probably just kill that. We will kill that. And then I think we just attack with everything. I don't think we bother holding anything back. Because if he wants to double block here and get my 2/2 off the board, that's fine. He's going to take 5, go to 9, and I clear his board. I still have a 5/5, 2 5/5s, and one of them has trample. If I draw a land, if it's a land that is like a blue or a black untapped land, I can do 4 to him by casting this. Yeah, so I think we're in good shape. If he has the 4-mana kill spell, he's going to exile one of my creatures. So he exiles that. But you're still taking 5. Okay, so I'll tell you what we're going to do. We are going to attack. Do the 5. And then I think we just pass turn and wait and see what he does here. If he just puts 1 creature out, we'll leyline binding the creature. Yep, we'll leyline binding. All right, he concedes. All right, so we got that 6th win. All right, that worked out pretty good. We got stuck on lands a little bit there, but we had plenty of spells that we could play, and they were good interactive type spells. So, all right. So we will claim, and then we will go and try to get win number 7. And these games have been pretty quick too. Let's see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think I keep it. Play this land turn 1, play this turn 2, play this as the land for turn 2, have this turn 3, and get access to all my colors of mana. Yeah. Go get the blue land and have full domain on turn 3. Seems like a good thing, especially considering the different domain creatures I have in my deck and all the different ways to make domain. Seems like it'd be a good thing to have full domain on turn 3. All right, so he didn't play anything, so we're just going to get this guy out. And we're going to get in for 1. Get in where we fit in. Play a land. We will move to attacks, see if he does anything. If he's going to spend something, I'd rather him spend his mana now instead of countering this. So hopefully he doesn't have a negate. He does not. So we're going to go get the blue land because that's the only one we're missing. Yeah. We now have full domain. Okay, so we play our land. We move to combat. Yeah, I think we'll go ahead and activate this. Do the damage. Unless he has a removal spell. Yeah, if he has a removal spell, make him use it. And it wasn't really even a removal spell at that. It's just a way to draw a card. And then we get to cast our Root Walla. So we used our mana efficiently there. because I wasn't going to be able to cast this anyway. Now, next turn, I will be able to cast it. But I can actually, what I can do is give this +5/+5 and then cast it. I can do it on the main phase, giving this +5/+5. Yeah, I think that's what we do. Okay, so we are going to play this. Yeah, we're going to play the green land because we won't access the green. So we're going to go green, black, blue, red, and we're going to go ahead and activate this ability so it has full domain because 7/7. We'll cast this here, and I think we'll go ahead and bind this, get in for 8, and make it so he's going to be in rough shape. Yep, there we go. All right, I think that was the best way to go about it. We'll just go ahead and get in for as much as we could. Cast him, making him 7/7 on the main phase was, I think, the right place so that we could cast that guy for 1. Because if we did it on combat and he had some kind of trick to get rid of my creature, I wasn't going to be able to cast that guy for 1. I would have had to spend all my mana to cast him. That allowed me to do everything else and allowed me to get the win. So that was pretty good. We went 7-1. So pretty good deck. I like it. Hopefully you enjoyed this video. I would like it if you would like to subscribe and come back. We'll be doing more drafts, doing more videos on drafting. Hopefully, uh, watching me draft kind of helps you figure out how you want to draft, and you can see some of the things that I do in my drafts and in my gameplay that maybe it'll help you. Things that you might not have thought about. Reassessment of cards like Twin Inferno. Twin Inferno is just really good in decks, especially if you have a way to give trampled things. If you have trample and have Twin Inferno, it's just so much better. Rada being able to give something that already has trample +5/+5 and then giving it double strike, and yeah, it's a lot of fun to do things like that. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'd appreciate a like and subscribe. Come back, tell your friends about the videos so that they can watch them, and hopefully you have a good day. Thanks.